I'm Kevin Michalowski, editor of Concealed Carry Magazine. Let's take another look inside the USCCA gun vault. We're coming back to the 45 today with the Dan Wesson Valkyrie. This is an officer-sized aluminum frame 1911 that retails for about $2,000, but this is an amazingly wonderful pistol. For those of you who are 1911 aficionados, you gotta have one of these. The front strap is checkered, the back strap is checkered. The fit and finish on this gun is just meticulous. Every part of it is amazing. The trigger for me, super smooth, but too light. I want a combat trigger on a gun. This trigger breaks crisp and clean, but it feels like it's only about 4 pounds, maybe even a little bit less. But again, a really good trigger will feel like you're pulling less weight than a really crappy trigger. And this Dan Wesson Valkyrie has an outstanding trigger. We talked about this in one of the last episodes. I don't like that downslope on the front side of a rear sight on a combat pistol. Dan Wesson did this right. 90-degree angle on the front of this rear sight. So if you need to hook that on your belt or boot to rack the slide, works perfectly. There it is. Just hook it over your belt, hook it on the back of your boot, and you can operate this pistol with one hand. The controls are pure 1911. We've had this for more than 100 years. Carry this thing in condition 1, cocked and locked, frame mounted safety, grip safety with a beaver tail on the back. This gun just feels like a dream in your hand. It weighs in at about 28 ounces, a little bit heavier than some of the polymer pistols out there, but it's an aluminum frame gun with a steel slide and a really nice night sight setup here. Tritium night sights with just a 2-dot system. It's basically make the lollipop. We have one big dot over the top of a smaller dot. Very fast on target. Very bright, especially in low light conditions. I really like the way these sights are set up on the Dan Wesson gun. Even though it's an officer-sized pistol, I was able to get 8 rounds in this magazine and fill up all the viewing holes. I don't know if I was supposed to put 8 rounds in here. It said 7 rounds on the specification sheet, but I was loading away and I realized, hey, I got to 8. Everything's full. Let's put a few rounds in this thing, launch them downrange, and see how it shoots. Range is hot. I really like shooting this pistol, but again, for me, the trigger is just a little bit too light. But everything is on target. Again, for those of you who love the 1911 platform, this is a high-end pistol, $2,000 retail. This is top quality. The fit and finish is outstanding. The sights are great. Function has been perfect. We've been shooting rounds downrange on this gun for several weeks now. Everybody loves it. It's just a good, solid carry pistol and one that's not going to do you wrong. Again, it's an expensive gun, right around $2,000 MSRP. But hey, if you're at that point in your life where you can afford just what you want, the Dan Wesson Valkyrie. Slimline G10 grips, great checkering front and back, outstanding performance in a 1911 platform. This is a classic concealed carry pistol. If you can find one, get out there and pick it up. I'm Kevin Michalowski, editor of Concealed Carry Magazine. If you like these videos, please share them with all your friends. And remember to subscribe to our page. We'll give you more great gun reviews every week.